There are some tigers that the world has only known through vague stories or a few blurry seconds captured by trap cameras. Not because they do not exist, but because they are so rare. It is as if nature created them just to test whether we humans could save them in time. Have you ever seen a white tiger? What about the South China tiger, a species that no longer exists in the wild today? In this video, you will learn about 6 types of tigers that are not only rare, but also carry with them strange, sorrowful, and sometimes miraculous stories, maybe the last living magic left on this planet. Number 6. The Malayan Tiger. For nearly a century, the Malayan tiger was believed to be a close relative of the Indo-Chinese tiger. It was not until 2004 that it was officially recognized as a separate subspecies when DNA decoding technology revealed distinct differences in their genetic structure. That discovery made the world realize we had nearly forgotten about a rare tiger species silently struggling to survive in the jungles of Malaysia. This tiger does not appear in national parks or famous wildlife reserves. It hides deep inside humid, dense tropical rainforests, many of which are nearly impossible to access. Because of this secrecy and a rapid decline in numbers, many local communities believed the species had gone extinct long ago. They had not seen one in decades. Today, conservationists estimate there are only around 150 to 200 adult individuals left in the wild, scattered across fragmented forests divided by palm oil plantations. That is not just an alarming number, it is a wake-up call about our prolonged negligence in protecting biodiversity. The first clear images of the Malayan tiger were captured by Panthera's trap camera system in the late 2000s. It took over 2 years of continuous surveying before researchers finally recorded a few precious seconds a moment when a tiger walked across the frame in the dim light. Unlike their northern cousins, Malayan tigers have longer legs and smaller paws, allowing them to move smoothly through rugged, wet terrain. They usually hunt alone, choosing prey like wild boars, small deer, and even porcupines, then vanish as quickly as a shadow. Number 5. The Siberian Tiger. The Siberian tiger is the largest tiger in the world, and one of the few species that can survive in the vast taiga forests of the Russian Far East, where winters can plunge to -58 degrees Fahrenheit or about -50 degrees Celsius. To survive such intense cold, the Siberian tiger has the thickest fur of any tiger species. It has an insulating underlayer that traps body heat close to the skin and a long, dense outer coat to block wind and snow. A fully grown male can weigh between 660 to 705 pounds, or about 300 to 320 kilograms, and can measure more than 10 feet in length from head to tail, which is over 3 meters, a living symbol of strength and majestic solitude. Unlike Bengal tigers, which often live near human settlements, Siberian tigers are nearly entirely solitary. They roam through snowy mountains and icy forests near the Amur River and the Sikhote-Alin mountain range. Today, only around 500 to 600 wild individuals remain. One of their remarkable survival traits is the ability to travel more than 620 miles or over 1,000 kilometers during migration season, crossing snow-covered mountains, frozen rivers, and remote valleys without leaving obvious signs. They also have a unique way of marking territory. Instead of using urine like most animals, they scrape away the snow to expose the earth, which holds their scent. Number 4. The Sumatran Tiger. The Indonesian islands were once home to 3 tiger species: the Bali tiger, the Javan tiger, and the Sumatran tiger. But within just a few decades during the 20th century, the first 2 were completely wiped out. Now the Sumatran tiger is the last remaining light, carrying both hope and the memory of an ecosystem that was once heartbreakingly rich. Unlike the bulky build of relatives like the Siberian tiger, the Sumatran tiger is the smallest member of the Panthera tigris family. It weighs only between 220 to 310 pounds, or about 100 to 140 kilograms. But do not let their size fool you. These are elite predators. They move silently, can climb trees like cats, swim across rivers like fish, and hide like ghosts in the forest. A 2016 study in Indonesia revealed that Sumatran tigers use the terrain to camouflage and even analyze wind direction, making sure their scent does not give them away, a rare and strategic sign of evolutionary adaptation. What is especially rare? Some individual Sumatran tigers have unusually dark fur, smoky black or reddish brown, believed to be the result of genetic mutations in a closed population. This reflects a troubling level of inbreeding as their numbers continue to shrink. Today, there are only around 400 to 500 Sumatran tigers left in the wild. All of them live on the island of Sumatra, where every year thousands of hectares of pristine rainforest are burned to expand palm oil plantations. Number 3. The South China Tiger. Once ruling across central and eastern China, the South China Tiger was a proud symbol in Eastern culture and tradition. With a compact body, pale-colored fur, and narrow stripes, it used to be the top predator in limestone mountains and bamboo forests. But then times changed. In the 1970s, as part of a nationwide push to expand land development and economic growth, the Chinese government declared tigers to be dangerous animals that needed to be eliminated. The result? In less than a decade, nearly the entire wild population of South China tigers was wiped out. Today, there are no known individuals of this species left in the wild. They now exist only in a handful of breeding centers, with a total of about 30 to 40 individuals. What makes them especially unique is this. The South China Tiger is considered the oldest subspecies of all tigers, the evolutionary route from which Bengal, Siberian, and Indo-Chinese tigers eventually branched off. If this tiger vanishes completely, it would be an irreplaceable loss in the genetic tree of all tigers on Earth. Right now, a few centers in South Africa are trying to reintroduce the South China Tiger into semi-wild conditions, retraining them to hunt. But whether they will succeed still remains a big question. Number 2. The White Tiger. When people hear white tiger, many think of a mythical creature or some rare tiger subspecies. But the truth is, white tigers are not a separate species at all. They are actually an extremely rare genetic mutation of the Bengal tiger caused by a condition known as leucism. Leucism only occurs when both parents carry the recessive gene, which makes the chance of a white tiger birth just 1 in 10,000. These tigers have snow-white fur, black stripes, and piercing blue eyes, very different from albino tigers, which have no pigment and usually pink eyes. Right now, most white tigers live in captivity because the wild is no place for them. Their bright white coat makes it impossible to blend in, so they are easily spotted while hunting and even more vulnerable to humans. Although they are beloved in zoos and circus shows, the heartbreaking truth is this: many white tigers are inbred to preserve their color. This leads to a high risk of deformities, weakened immune systems, and severe genetic disorders. These dreamlike creatures are paying the ultimate price, their very lives, for their unique appearance. Number 1. The Blue Tiger. The blue tiger, also known as the Maltese tiger, is one of the most vivid legends in the world of wildlife, and also one of nature's greatest unsolved mysteries. This tiger is described as having a grayish-blue coat, a shade known as Maltese, with bold black stripes just like a Bengal tiger. One of the earliest and most credible reports of the blue tiger came in 1910. Harry R. Caldwell, an American missionary and hunter, claimed to have seen one near the city of Fuzhou in China's Fujian province. He described it as having a light bluish-gray coat completely unlike any tiger he had ever seen. In his 1924 book, The Blue Tiger, Caldwell wrote in detail about the encounter and even said he collected strands of pale blue hair from the area where the tiger appeared. Sadly, no living specimen photograph or concrete proof was ever recovered. What is striking is this: Caldwell's description matched dozens of accounts from local villagers collected over many years in different regions of Fujian province. Some scientists have suggested it could have been a case of an extremely rare pigment mutation, or simply a trick of light reflecting off the coat of a Bengal tiger. But if it was just an optical illusion, why did so many different people describe the exact same details over several decades? To this day, the blue tiger has not been officially recognized in any scientific classification system. And perhaps that is exactly what makes it such a powerful symbol, a creature that might be real, yet always just beyond our reach. And sometimes the things we cannot photograph are what make nature feel the most magical. These tigers are not just animals. They are the last precious jewels that nature still clings to. Their existence, or even the mere belief in their existence, is proof that life is still trying to survive quietly in the shadows. But if humanity keeps turning away, All that will be left are stuffed replicas in museum halls, lifeless shapes that no longer breathe. Share this video to help spread the message of conservation before the final miracle disappears forever. Hit the subscribe button to join us on this journey to protect the rarest creatures on Earth. Thank you for staying with us until the very end. Nature needs more people like you.